Yo, welcome back to Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Last time we finished case 2. The headmaster was the culprit, as expected. And we also found out some things about Eris, the spooky student at the school. It seems like... what did she call herself? She said she was the Lord of the Fifth Circle, the Lord of Shadows, or whatever she said. Something like that. But yeah, I think now we're on to case 3, yeah. So something interesting about case 3. So I didn't intend for this, but I actually happened to start playing this game right after I got a big patch. Like if I look at the patch on Steam, yeah, there was patch 2.0 was only like a few days before I started playing this game. I didn't look too much at the patch notes, but from what it seems like, and also someone commented about this, it seems like the game kind of got like a big overhaul. Like the story mostly, I think. I don't know. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because one thing I did catch a glimpse of in the patch notes was that case 3 apparently got a complete overhaul of the mystery. I don't know what that means exactly. Like, is it actually a completely different case? If so, then I wonder why it was changed. Was the old one just bad, or like did it have plot holes or something, or I don't know. But yeah, so we're playing the updated case 3, I guess. So I'm curious to see if it's gonna be like noticeably different from the previous 2 cases. Okay, there was so much I wanted to tell you, so much I wanted to show you. Frey Cuthbert? Who's this? But I'm afraid I was never meant to walk this path with you. This world is bleak, merciless, and unforgiving. But don't let it extinguish the flickering flame I can see within you. Use my eyes, peer beyond the divine gate just as I once did. Use it to build your own path to happiness. Okay. Okay, so Frey's, or Tyrion's dad or mom, I can't tell. Frey doesn't strike me as a particularly masculine or feminine name. But one of his parents had the eye of fucking Bahamut or whatever, and used it or something, and they died, or something like that. Preposterous, completely and utterly preposterous. Oh, it's you. Something wrong, Von Sanctus? Oh, we're talking to him? You filthy rat, you cheated, didn't you? That's it, isn't it? You're just a cheat and a charlatan. Are we playing chess? Yeah, we know this guy. Oh, he stands at the head of the kingdom's commerce and international trade. I've met children who play chess better than him. Do you have any evidence to prove that claim? I mastered chess before you could crawl out of whatever rat hole you were born in. Do you honestly expect anyone to believe that you could defeat me? Honestly, I'm just as disappointed as you are. I expected more from a duke, but I guess all the gold in the world can't buy you a modicum of skill. You little upstart, Von Sanctus' attendant silently tilted his head towards the spectator of the tournament. The crowd had fallen silent, save for a few aristocrats who were muttering among themselves. Some were even chuckling at the spectacle. I mean, okay, we're trying to make him look dumb, but you are actually cheating, aren't you? Okay, no, you said you didn't use your ability during chess, because you thought it would be cheating, but like, you could cheat if you wanted to, very easily. Absolutely preposterous. He repeated it like a prayer as he stumped away from the tournament grounds. So, that was something. Looks at the camera. Did you have to be such a sore winner? Come on, that was hilarious. Embarrassing nobles like him is half the fun of these tournaments. Where's this confidence when you're in the courtroom? Still one is far less of a pushover. I wonder if she plays chess. Well, there was an interesting thought. I'm going to challenge her next time we go out. You two have really been spending a lot of time together lately, have they? What? Are you jealous? I just never expected you to get along so well with a noble. I mean, you've talked to her. She's not like most of those stuck-up heiresses. She really takes her job seriously, maybe even more than you do. I'd just be careful around her. You've seen what the papers have been saying about her father. Hey, she's nothing like her father. Don't say things like that when she's around. Does he ever come up when you talk to each other? Nope, and you better not bring him up the next time we see her. He seemed oddly protective of the prosecutor. Last thing we heard was that she was going to have lunch with her and the mystery novel writer, right? It's probably fine, despite our differences. Dylan was oddly fair when we were in the courtroom. Sal spent most of her time protecting me, so I was glad she had someone she could spend her days off with. Anyways, Mr. Shelbrake. He was a pushover, but you just beat a duke. You want to head to that restaurant in Ratholm? What are you talking about? There are plenty of restaurants, there are plenty of places here we haven't tried before. I only returned to Aronnax for the chance to finally defeat the head of a pillared family. I really wanted to leave, especially before anyone in town recognized me. Do you remember that cafe we passed on the way to the tournament grounds? We should grab some lunch there. I wanted to object, but she had this way of making it impossible to say no to her. Alright, I guess there's no harm in staying a little longer. Are we gonna, like, be present in every case? Because so far the 2 previous cases, we have been there when the murder happened. Is that gonna be the case every single time? We just, like, summon murders wherever we go. We traced our steps back to the cafe. I looked at the sign hanging above it, dark, roast, and light magic. As we entered, we were struck by the powerful aroma of freshly baked pastries and coffee. The scent of bread and butter swirled around me, slowly washing away my reluctance to come here. So, you dare to enter the domain of the alabaster siren. Whether you were seeking glory or oblivion, it found you all the same. Okay, we got a Chuni. Oh, actually Chuni, I was joking. You stand before Mosso Rika Tudor, the Ashen Lord of Aronnax. My childhood friend appeared before us. Oh, okay. Her posture firm and over the top as always. Are you going to be the defendant? Mosso Rika was much older than when I'd last seen her, but I could recognize that theatrical cadence anywhere. She clearly hadn't lost her flair for the dramatic. Her cloak somehow billowed with every exaggerated pose she snapped to. Age 19, occupation merchant. Holy shit. My dramatic childhood friend, she's a commoner who was born in mage. Through Dracogen's patronage, she was able to open up her own restaurant, like she'd always dreamed about. I should have done more to keep in contact with her after I left. Where did you guys meet? Like at the orphanage, or? I thought you were raised by, what's her name? By Ruby. You may have explained this and I forgot, honestly. Oh wait, it's... Okay, so you're not a mage. Oh no, you are. Arcane Art Evocation. Okay. I'll have you know that my confections are not for the faint of. She froze up. She recognized me immediately. Tyrion? At once as I rubbed the back of my neck. Hi, Rika. I knew it. It is you. Do you have any idea how worried we've all been? Do you two know each other? Right, sorry. Mosso Rika, this is my bodyguard, Celeste. Celeste, this is Mosso Rika. We kind of grew up together. She's actually a commoner mage like you. You used to live here, but you were in such a rush to leave. You came here to eat, right? Oh, that's not good to hear. Let me bring you some of our best dishes on the house. No, we couldn't possibly. Don't be like that. It's been years since I've seen you, and you know how good my cooking is. Okay, but only for a little bit. Also, a bit of a warning. Celeste is kind of a glutton. Her stomach is basically bottomless. Hey, I'll accept that challenge. Wake us at a table for the three of us before calling over a waiter. I ordered the Eggs Benedict. Eggs Benedict again. This is the second time Eggs Benedict has been mentioned in the story. And Rika ordered the French toast. Celeste ordered the omelette, ham skillet, shaved steak, breakfast wrap, a stack of pancake, a stack of waffle, a chocolate crepe, a number 2, a number 7 with large fries, number 8, number 9, and the avocado toast because she wanted some light. I'm so sorry, Rika. I'll pay for her food. This is nothing. My cafe has dealt with far greater foes than this. Can I also get the Eggs Benedict and the French toast? Their food smells great. I'll pay for her. Thank you. Got something to show you. A gem with a strange carving? Is it cursed? It's an attorney's runestone. It proves that I'm a certified attorney. It's fitted with the artificery. I can use it to take pictures of evidence and crime scenes. I want one. You have to be an attorney to receive one. Or a noble, apparently. Tyrion, people use runestones for things other than practicing law. People keep saying that to us. Look at you. I never expected the light-sworn monarch to start wearing a suit. The light-sworn monarch. What's this light-sworn monarch I keep hearing about? Oh, is that like his old Chuni persona? It's something I used to call myself when I was a kid, yeah. Wait, really? That's adorable. It pales in comparison to the Ashen Lord of Aronnax. Just as I'd expected from my apprentice, you're practically famous now. Not even the headmaster of the Imperial Academy could stand against you. Are you the merchant that hired the twins from the last case? I once had been reminded about Renmon. I still didn't feel great about what happened. What's wrong? Yeah. Theodore Renmon wasn't a bad person. He just made a really terrible mistake. I'm not happy about inducting him. Oh. Your bodyguard really eats a lot. Celeste looked up from her plate, making eye contact with the two of us. She paused for a moment before going back to her meals. She's really good at her job. She must have been burning all those calories somehow. I heard you've been fighting the nobility. Is that why you need her? You know about that? The papers won't stop talking about you. I couldn't believe it when I saw your picture in the Aronnax Post after all these years. I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're safe, Tyrion. Well, she's taking it well. The scary lady, she's your mother now? She's my guardian, yes. Is she nice? Nice isn't the first word I use to describe Mr. Moore, but she's always taking care of me. She taught me everything I know about being a defense attorney. I don't think I'd be the person I am today without her. That's good. I'm just glad that she treats you well. Doesn't care. Something like that speaks for itself. In other words, he has nothing to say about it. You really made a life for yourself here. I'm glad you were able to realize your dreams and open a cafe. Heh, but of course. Once the Dark Lord sets her sight on a query, it's only a matter of time before she obtains it. Dark Lord? Wait, are you one of the Lord of the circles or whatever, like Eris? I've grown up since you last saw me. Yeah, let's not go that far. What's that supposed to mean? This table looks really well made. You like it? I commissioned a local carpenter to have my tables custom made. But it's probably worth it. They fit with the rustic vibe you've got going on here. Rika seemed to have decorated the entire cafe with several plants and flowers. The green added a fresh and earthy, whatever, look to the restaurant. There was a shelf full of drinks, mugs, and sugar behind the restaurant counter. It must have been where Rika's employees prepared coffee to be served.
Repario Arcanum.
Nope, nothing. We probably only use that in crime scenes anyway. Or like when they tell us to use it. Your bodyguard really eats a lot. Oh, this is the same conversation, yeah. It's strange that it didn't mark it off though. I feel like it should have marked it off when I talked about it by presenting her. Instead of like it forced me to talk about it twice, like it seems. Or maybe it didn't, because I did have the other conversation options already unlocked. Like this one too. So maybe I can just skip this one. Like what if I just like... Are you the owner of this cafe, Rika? You always dreamed of opening one up when we were kids. The source of my strength is the everlasting financial support of the Dracogen... Is it Dracogen or Dracogen? Trading company. Its owner was rendered powerless when he tried the confections. He had no choice but to fund my warpath. Dracogen Trading Company? I don't think I've heard of them. They're pretty small. They're only operating in Ornax right now. But I hear that they're planning to expand their operations throughout Wyvern. I'm surprised the Duke of Commerce is letting that slide. Isn't he the guy you beat in the chess tournament this morning? Wait, that was you? House von Sanctus is one of the 4 pillar families. They manage mercantile operations through Wyvern. Celestial controls the military, and House von Sanctus controls the business. House Frega controls the banking houses and the exchange of currency, and House Sybil controls the judicial and legislative branches of her kingdom. As just mirrored, does the city look a lot cleaner than before? Alright, he left before all those new merchants appeared. New merchants? Did they come from a merchant's guild? Not exactly. The Dracogen Trading Company, I'll just go Dracogen, was one of the first merchants that came. They bought some of the arcane manufactories a few years ago. They transformed it to the heart of artificery production within the Hornax. Arcane manufacturers. Other merchants felt the way of the wind and followed them here. Being based in the port city would definitely give them an edge, and Ornax is one of the few trading hubs that sends and receives exports from the other kingdoms. I just looked at her surprised. Hey, I'm a businesswoman. I know about economics. Are you? The presence lit a flame in the city's economy. They aren't owned by the nobility, and they pay their employees a lot more than Von Sanctus does. It's really opened a lot more opportunities for the people here. I thought the Duke appreciates the competition, though. I mean, if he works with the government, why does he care? They're even talking about forming employee-run Wait, they're even talking about forming employee-run... Why can't I say this word? Unions, that's it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, he won't like that. The Duke definitely won't appreciate that. Unions. Okay, I guess I'll just do this conversation because I'm scared it'll like glitch out if I don't do it. I'll just do it just in case. Chess tournament. So you still play chess? Yeah, I'm nationally ranked too. I heard that some upstart commoner defeated Von Sanctus at a tournament this morning. I should have known it was the Lightsworn Monarch. Upstart commoner? Lightsworn Monarch? Hey, do you still do that thing when you play? No. What thing? Oh, did he used to cheat? Nothing. She's not talking about anything. Wait, you're actually embarrassed about it? When we were kids, you did it even more than I did. Oh, no, she's just talking about like some tuning shit. What did he used to do? What do you show her, Tyrion? I refuse. Come on, show us, Tyrion. Do it. I think I'm a little too old for this. I'm insulted that you think age has anything to do with it. You ain't defeated, Tyrion, unless your radiant light be smothered into a flickering ember. Do it, Tyrion. Yeah, do it, Tyrion. The two of them began chanting, drawing the attention of the other patrons in the cafe. I took in a deep breath. Those who stand in the shadows, those who fear the light of divinity, your imperials will fall, and your armies will perish. Kneel and cower before the divine gaze of the Eye of Horus. I am Tyrion Cuthbert, Emperor of Light, and the sworn enemy of darkness itself. Poof. Snicker. They're trying really hard to contain their laughter. Okay, do we think he's gonna do that speech unironically at like the end of case 5 or something? Well, that's why I don't do it anymore. No, that was great. It was really cool, Tyrion. Or probably contain laughs, puffed up between each words. And why are you laughing? You were just doing it a moment ago. Yeah, but she owns it. Ugh. You used to say something else. What was it? Oh yeah, so long as I breathe. You will find salvation? Yeah, that's it. He still says that sometimes. Well, it's been nice catching up with you, Rika, but I think it's time for us to get going. Why, but we just got here. I'll let you go this time, Lightsword Monarch. But by partaking of the food within my realm, you fall under its curse. Curse? You're now bound to my domain for eternity. But I'm a benevolent lord. Your only charge as my servant is to write to me at least once a fortnight. Once a fortnight? That's pretty often. How long is a fortnight again? 2 weeks. I'll stay in touch, Rika. You better. Don't just disappear like last time. We left the cafe and made our way to the local merchants guild to rent a carriage. The city streets seemed to be a bit more crowded before. There must have been some kind of event going on. Is this guy gonna die? That would be kind of crazy, right? If one of the leader of one of the 4 pillars died. But I don't think she would be a victim. It's probably him. If it's gonna be anyone we've already met. Could be some rando. Hey, Tyrion? Yeah? She fidgeted with her hands and seemed unable to make eye contact with me. She looked like she wanted to say something, but she couldn't find the right words. Never mind, it's nothing. Just tell it. Just tell me. Come on. Okay? We made our way to the Merchants Guild in silence. With each step, we found the streets becoming more and more crowded. I actually have no idea what you wanted to say. Is it about the event that was going on? I don't know. I really hope that this traffic wouldn't interfere with the ride home. Hi, could we rent a carriage for travel to Rathhome? Sorry, but travel outside the city is temporarily closed. What? Why? Haven't you heard? Sylvan soldiers have locked down the city. Uh-oh. No. They set up a blockade and everything. A shell ran up my spine. What are you talking about? Check the city gates if you don't believe me. We arrived at the city gates. Like the man had said, there was a division of knights blockading the exit to the city. There's an entire legion of them. Their flags bore the color of the King's Guard. What are they doing here? The King's Guard was a military force that responded to matters of national importance. They worked directly under Grand General Steelwind. The townsfolk kept their distance, but several aristocrats were making their objections known. This is outrageous. How long do you plan on keeping us here? Sorry, but we have our orders. We can't let anyone outside the city until our investigation is complete. Investigation? Are they looking for you? We should keep a distance. I wouldn't want to... Oh, screw that. Before I knew what was going on, Celeste marched towards the knights stationed there. Wait, Celeste. At least that's what's going on. Why is the entire city being blockaded? Sorry, ma'am. We're not allowed to release that information. We'll just have to make other arrangements while we sort this out. Actually, I haven't seen you two around before. I'll need to take down your names and occupations for our records. What? Why? It's fine, Celeste. We're better off just cooperating with them. We needed to avoid any kind of conflict with them. I'm Tyrion Cuthbert. I'm a defense attorney. Fine. I'm Celeste McCoy, a bodyguard. Oh, he suddenly recognized us. Our reputation did more harm than good most of the time. I looked over to the other knights. They seem to be taking notes of the people here too. They seem to be compiling a list of everyone inside the city, but for what? Instead of looking to prevent anyone from traveling in and out of Ornax, they seem to be making note of everyone in the city. Interesting. I have an important engagement tomorrow. What am I supposed to do now? This can't possibly be legal. The Minister of Justice will be hearing of this. The nobles continued shouting at the knights. It was clear they wouldn't be budging anytime soon. As soon as the knights were finished speaking to us, I quickly backed away. Celeste followed closely behind me. Tyrion, wait! You said that, but it took very little effort for her to keep pace with me. My breathing was getting faster and my head was aching. Scale Lord, Scale Lord, it's happening here. What? It's exactly like what's been happening in the countryside. You think they're gonna fucking massacre this entire city? The Usus still sent his men to keep the peace here. Oh, that's why you're so freaked out. How are you so calm right now? I probably win if they tried to attack us. Would you? You did get arrested last time, right? When they thought you killed your dad? You're not, like, invincible. Well, I'm not some super warrior who can fight a legion of knights by myself. Tyrion and Lax, I think they're just investigating something. There are no riots going on here, and we're in the heart of the Duke of Commerce's territory. Do you seriously think Von Sanctus would let another Pillar family march onto his land and kill his people? I mean, they didn't seem to get along, so maybe. She had a point, but this uneasiness wasn't going away. It'll be fine. Let's just find a place to stay the night and wait for all this to blow over. Clueless. Okay, this is the same inn your dad had. I guess we're just reusing the background. We walked to a nearby tavern and found it absolutely crowded with patrons. Everyone else had the same idea. Hey, welcome to the Aegwyn Tavern. What can I do for you? Can we get 2 rooms for the night? Sorry, we're fully booked with the blockade and all. Wait, let me take care of this. So let's look at a large pouch of gold and dropped it on the innkeeper's desk. Where'd you get all this money? Aren't you working for me right now? Is that my money? Well, would you look at that? One of our rooms just opened up. Only one? The entire city's locked down. Even with this gratuity, that's the best I can do for you. What? Embarrassed to share a room with me, Tyrion? No, you'll have to cuddle up. I briefly glanced at the innkeeper. He chuckled at my reaction. Fine, let's just go. Sharing a room with a girl? We walked into the room they had prepared for us. There was one bed. So, how should we... Oh, I was just kidding before. You can have the bed. I'll just sleep on the floor. Come on, just share the bed. It's like... Come on. What? I can't just let you... Please, we're both commoners, but you live a cushy life in the city. I'm a mercenary. I've lived on the road for years. I've slept like this plenty of times. Come on, don't... Just fucking both of you sleep on the bed. There's clearly enough space. I couldn't argue against that, but I still felt uneasy. Alright, just let me know if you change your mind. Yeah. I let myself fall into the bed, so I started checking the room for anything suspicious. I tried to relax, but Lucia Stillman was in my hometown. I just took deep breaths. Celeste was right. The Grand Channel wasn't insane enough to try anything in the heart of Lloyd von Sanctus' territory. I really hope that was true. We had an arrangement. What are you doing? I don't know. I guess I'm going back to do my actual job. You little rat. Do you think you can get away with crossing me? Okay, I imagine this is... Oh. I imagine this is you saying this. You've already come this far. You're far from blameless. Now get back into the office and activate the device. I thought you wanted me to rob the place. What's so special about this thing? And why the office? How about I activate it right now? Do not do that. I knew it. There's been something more to this job, ain't it? This ain't just robbery. You're using me for something else. As if you ever cared. I know about your depths. You need me. You know what? I'm done with this. I quit. What do you think this is? Meow. You got con in your ears or something? I said I quit. Consider this my resignation. Wait, stop! What? Ah! Damn it all. Violetta, get out of here now. Get out of there now. Violetta. As the night went on, I found myself falling into a terrible nightmare. How long had I been walking through this forest? It had probably been days at this point. I was getting tired. I had to get to Ratholm. I had to find Miss Demora again. I needed to find her. I needed her to teach me. I needed revenge. I really needed some food. I already gone through all of the dried fish that I packed for the journey. The compass told me that I was still heading west, but I didn't realize how long it would take to get to Ratholm on foot. I suddenly heard the sound of a distant carriage coming from behind me. It wasn't long before the cart passed me. The carriage driver glanced at me before doing a double take and yanking at the reins. Hey, what are you doing all the way out here? I said nothing. I just stared blankly at him. Are you okay? Where are your parents? They're gone. The man scratched his head and scanned the surrounding forest. I need to get to Ratholm. I need to find Ruby tomorrow. Wait, that criminal lawyer? He's my family's lawyer. Oh, I'm going to be passing by Ratholm. You should probably come with me. We can get you to the city watch. You probably know how to help a kid like you. I wasn't interested in meeting more knights, but at this rate, I was going to starve. Alright, I like how the the evidence also has like the gray filter on top of it. Okay. Without a word, I climbed into the back of his carriage. He looks like he's half dead. Was that... Oh. Was this part also Tyrion's memory? Like all of this? Was he working as like a thief for someone? Or... I don't know, it's not very clear. Who's Violetta? I was startled awake. My face was covered in sweat. It took me a while before I realized that it had just been a nightmare. I rubbed my eyes. There were dried tears crusted into them. Damn it all. It had been a long time since I'd stopped having those nightmares. Being in the city was digging up memories I had moved on from. All the more reason to leave as soon as possible. Celeste, are you up? Huh? Oh, this is a new spray. She'd been wistfully staring outside the tavern window, but her body twitched the moment I called out to her. Are you okay? Yeah, what the fuck was she doing? Or she just told me. He wasn't awake, was he? What were you doing? It was clearly something else, but she didn't seem keen on sharing. You know if the city's still on lockdown? I haven't checked yet. I was waiting for you. Where I was at the city gates, it was still being blocked by the King's Guard. If anything, it looked like they doubled the number of knights there. I really didn't like where this was going. Do you want to head to the cafe again? We'll just have to wait this out. And just as we turned around, we saw Rika turning towards us from a block away. Tyrion! She broke out into a sprint, nearly tripping over as she slipped on the wet city streets. She looked exhausted and her clothes were drenched. She'd been out in the rain for a while. Tyrion, it's terrible. There was an accident at the arcane refinery last night. One of my friends who worked there, he fell into a vat of chemicals. He's dead. A vat of chemicals? Oh, Rika, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. That line really makes it seem like he does not give a shit, but if there's anything I can do, the Duke is blaming the Dracogen Trading Company. He's trying to charge the owner with criminal negligence. Oh, this is interesting. Criminal negligence case. Okay, this is the kind of case a lawyer would take, but it's not really the kind of case you expect to see in these games. As the lord of this region, it was House von Sanctus' responsibility to carry out the law, but the Duke was obviously just taking this opportunity to attack one of his rivals. Tyrion, you're a famous lawyer, right? Can you help them? I don't think I can. What? But, Rika, I specialize in homicides. Most of my clients are mages who've been charged with murder. There isn't any magic involved in what happened. There isn't even a killer. I mean, you don't know that. That's not true. I saw it happen. I didn't see who did it, but I saw someone cast a spell at him. It pushed him into the vat. What? How sure are you of this? I don't know, it all happened really fast. I took a deep breath. Even she didn't seem that sure what she saw. Do you know what kind of spell it was? I don't know, but it was powerful enough to break everything around it. It definitely sounded too distinct. She must have seen something. It was powerful enough to break everything around it. Okay, I'll head to the refinery and see what I can do. Really? Don't get your hopes up. I don't have a lot of information to work with. That's fine. I'll let Dracogen know that you're on your way. This week was just getting worse by the minute. Sure. Negligent homicide. Okay, this is a lot more mechanical than I expected it to be. This is pretty high tech. We made our way to Ornax's arcane refinery. I always avoided the industrial district when I was a child. The Eye of Horus always showed me a miasma of exhaustion and hopelessness sweeping over this part of town. I definitely felt less of that this time around. I had gotten more used to dealing with my powers. Either that or Ornax's working condition really had taken a turn for the better. Wow, so this is an arcane refinery. I never really understood what they do here. Those machines refine the arcane crystals that they use in their artificery device. Crystals like that can power everything from simple lights to advanced stuff like your runestone. How do you know this? I basically had to with all the extra reading I've been doing to learn how to fix your runestone. Sorry, I can't sense some magic like you can. What do you mean fix my runestone? Mr. Cuthbert? Come on, why are you here? Why do you care about this case? As we arrived, we spotted Tyrion directing the knights as they investigated the crime scene. I'm surprised to see you all here. I thought what happened this morning was being considered an accident. I should say the same to you. Was Rika right? Did the mage really murder her friend? My friend is an associate of the Dracogen Trading Company. She asked me to take a look at what happened. I forgot that Lord was charging Dracogen with criminal negligence. Isn't that why you're all here? We're here because of another matter. Honestly, the death of Justin Way seems fairly straightforward. I'll be prosecuting the case, of course, but I doubt there's anything to dispute there. Of course, because you're the only prosecutor in the entire country. Well, if you're so confident, I guess you wouldn't mind answering my questions. Why do I feel like you're about to make my job much more difficult? Weren't you the one who said that the courts operate by having two balanced powers of opposition? So you are going to defend him. I wanted to say I wasn't sure yet, but that would probably be a lie. Very well, if there's something here I'm not seeing, I'd appreciate your perspective. I'll tell you what I know. Are you going to say something different? I'm well aware that you're an attorney, Mr. Cuthbert. Sorry, I don't know why I always show this thing to people. It is very useful. The artificery embedded into it is actually quite fascinating. I wouldn't fault you for being excited about it. But fault him a little. Do you have anything to say about this? You know why the Kingsguard are blockading the city? Something dangerous was stolen from an Imperial ship this morning. We need to make sure that it doesn't leave the city. Oh, okay. That's all I can tell you for now. Something dangerous. Also, there are airships in this universe, I guess. Guess you just said that. I didn't know that. It seems we're going to be facing each other again. Although I wasn't expecting our next case to be so mundane. There remains to be seen. I still believe what happened to Justin was an accident. I'd say that you're mistaken, but I have a feeling I may regret that. Are you doing well, Celeste? Yeah, oh yeah, you guys are like besties now. What's wrong? I finally met Altruist Duskweaver. I told you to temper your expectations. I just didn't expect her to be so insufferable. Yeah, she wasn't always like that. She was once the humblest person I knew. But as I said, fame has a way of changing people. I like the food at that restaurant, though. Yes, I'm quite a fan of it myself. Let's go there without her next time. Will Tamora be joining as well? No, I didn't even plan on defending a case while I was here. If She's still back at her office in Ratholm. She hasn't been very relevant in the past 2 cases, has she? Probably for the best. I heard you defeated the Duke of Commerce in the chess tournament yesterday. Congratulations. Thank you, I'm surprised you even heard about that. The Duke of Commerce has been complaining about your insolence non-stop. Oh, really? Why do you look so satisfied with yourself? Come on, you have to admit that it's a little funny how indignant he can get. You have a lot more in common with Timora than I thought. What do you think about this? Doesn't care. Who the fuck is... Oh, that's the victim. Okay, we don't know anything about him. Okay, she doesn't care. It's a vat filled with chemicals that I can't quite identify. According to Celeste, these chemicals are used to refine and create arcane crystals. Oh. These metal stairs lead up to the walkway above. That's it. Oh, wait, no, this one... Oh, there's something here. It's a walkway that overlooks the refinery. It's a little concerning how close it is to the vats, but I suppose the guardrail should keep the employees safe when they're up there. They really don't have a lot of stuff to investigate in these sections. I feel like in Ace Attorney, there was often like a lot of like insignificant stuff to investigate. Here, they usually like really boil it down to the basics, which is probably fine because investigating isn't that interesting. Like clicking on everything in the room. Yeah, that's probably fine. What happened? Can you tell me more about what happened? This morning, a factory worker named Justin Wee was walking on the catwalk above us. When he put his weight on the guardrail, it broke apart. He unfortunately fell straight into a vat of corrosive chemicals. It wasn't exactly a peaceful way to go out. One witness, Masarika Tudor, saw this happen and reported what she saw immediately. The workers quickly followed safety protocol and poured a concoction into the vat to neutralize its corrosive properties. But it was far too late. By the time we pulled him out, the only thing left of Justin's body was his bones and one of his personal effects. I have the autopsy report if you'd like to take a closer look. I mean, I don't think there's much of an autopsy to do if there's only bones left. Died of dissolution at 10:02 AM after falling into a vat of molten aetherite. Again, we know the exact time of death. Only his bones and some personal effect could be recovered. Molten aetherite. Scared lord. If the chemicals were strong enough to dissolve his body, how did this personal effect survive? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. We're not sure. The item was a well-crafted ring, so it's possible it was made out of a material resistant to dissolution. Justin was wearing this ring at the time of death. It somehow wasn't dissolved by the molten aetherite in the vat. The Workers' Union had previously reported the damaged guardrail to the refinery owner. We're charging Stefanik Drakogan with criminal negligence for failing to repair it in a timely manner. But Masarika said that she saw a spell push Justin into the vat. That's what she told law enforcement too, but the evidence doesn't support that. There were no traces of magic anywhere near the guardrail, save for the magical chemical in the vat. It could have been an artificery, right? We didn't find any traces of evocation magic to suggest an explosive spell pushed him, and there weren't any traces of transmutation magic to suggest that anyone weakened the guardrail. It's possible Rico was in too much shock to remember what happened accurately, but it was still strange. I'll need to talk to her again and get a more detailed description of what she saw this morning. What do you know about the Drakogan Trading Company? I know that I've had to listen to the Duke of Commerce incessantly complain about them. I'm guessing he doesn't get along with them? The Stefanik Drakogan Trading Company is supposedly posing a threat to his holdings. Lloyd also doesn't seem to approve of how he's been handling the workers' unions. I'm sure he'd take issue with the simple fact that he allows them to exist. It appears so. We've also received a lot of reports of rising tensions between Mr. Drakogan and the unions. Apparently many known dissidents have joined them as a way to indirectly fight back against their aristocracy. This refinery's union head, Noah Morrison, has denied this, but the reports tell a more honest story. Wait, Mr. Morrison is the leader of the workers' unions? There have been supposed tensions between the workers' union in Ornax and Stefanik Drakogan. The union head of the refinery workforce is Noah Morrison, the harbour master of Hornax Harbour and a close family friend. Okay, but we haven't met this guy, right? Okay, I asked like earlier on if this case was going to feel very different because it got changed in patch 2.0. So far, it does feel very, very different from the past 2 cases. I wonder what the reason is for this tension between Drakogan and the unions. Do you two know each other? Something like that. Mr. Morrison was the harbour master of the Ornax Harbour when I used to live here. He was kind and generous man who used to watch me while my mother was working. I felt uneasy about talking to him after all these years, but I needed to warn him if he was getting himself involved with dissidents. Although it had been more than 10 years since I last seen him, he could very well be one of them. Do you know where Drakogan is? I'd like to talk to him about this directly. The old-timer is being questioned by the King's Guard. They're asking him about the robbery that occurred before the accident. I'm sure he'll be back later today. Wait, the refinery was also robbed this morning? You mentioned you were here investigating another matter. Did something else happen here this morning? Over the last few months, there have been a string of suspicious robberies within Ornax. There are criminals who call themselves the Mist-Weaving Phantom. Cool. That self-naming sounded oddly familiar. Is it you? Are you the Mist-Weaving Phantom? The city is a hub of global trade, and several ships belonging to the trading companies have been robbed. These thefts were expertly executed, no one witnessed them, and they left no evidence behind. The few times when the Phantom did trigger an alarm, it was as if it disappeared into thin air. I guess this Phantom lives up to their name. What's most alarming is that an extremely dangerous shipment was stolen from an Imperial ship this morning. Did they just have like an invisibility spell or something? What did they steal? I'm sorry, but that is a matter of national security. I already told you more than I should. It's not relevant to the case, so just leave the matter to my father and me. Surely it's unrelevant to the case. The King's Guard have completely blockaded the city to keep anyone from getting away. So that's why they were blockading the city. There's a thief who calls himself the Mist-Weaving Phantom, expertly robbing several merchant ships that were resting at the Ornax harbor. No one ever spots them, and they never leave any evidence behind. That's the name. Dangerous shipment for an Imperial ship, morning of Justin's death. Well, hit the ring, maybe? No, surely not. If it was the ring that was stolen, she wouldn't have like shown it to us so easily. Seem to be making note of everyone in the city. Why would this item being stolen? I think the fact that they're taking note of everyone in the city is a clue as to what the item is. Like, is the item like a shape-shifting device or something? Or a cloning device, maybe? I don't know. Wait, did you just say that your father is here? Why is Lucio Stillman here? What is he planning? Tyrion, you have every right to be concerned, but it's out of her hands. Oh yeah, you did say not to talk about him next time we talked to her. As I told you, the stolen shipment is a threat to national security. Our father is taking it upon himself to search for it personally. No, I need to calm down. Lucio Stillman might have been a bloodthirsty monster in the countryside, but Ornax is a central trading hub in Warvengard. If he started a bloodbath here, it could very well cause the kingdom's economy to grind to a halt. Even he wasn't insane enough to do something like that. My father has the best mages in the kingdom searching for it. It's clear, however, that someone is using powerful abjuration magic to mask its location. We'll just need to wait for this phantom to be apprehended. Either way, it seems like I learned everything I could for now. It was time to move somewhere else. Okay. Town square. Is this? Okay, this is just you. I guess we can show this to you again. It says it's Martini's runestone. Yeah, I know. You show that thing to me all the time. Sorry, it's just that I worked so long to get this. I'm really proud of it. Alright, fine. I guess it's pretty cool. Thank you, Celeste. Sure. Ah, Lord of the Radiant Flame, you've returned. Did you get a chance to talk to Mr. Drac again? I just missed him, apparently. I did talk to the prosecutor, though. You mean Lady Silwyn? She's not that bad once you get to know her. Anyways, I learned a bit more about what happened, but I think your testimony doesn't really fit with the reports. I don't know why we didn't go to the crime scene. We didn't, like, look at the, like, handrail or anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? Okay, I'll do whatever I can to help. I'm sorry, I had to drag you into this. I didn't know who else to turn to. Don't worry about it. You've saved me more times than I can count. Has she? Wait, when did I save you? Did you forget? It's how we met. What happened? I was always getting harassed by some of the older kids by the harbor. One day, they tried to steal all the allowance my mother gave me. You stepped in and stopped them. Okay, so you did know your parents at some point. Okay. I remember those cretins now. They had no choice but to flee from the weight of my majesty. So you basically know how to scream in the most alarming way. It sounded like something between a rabid fox and a screeching baby. Ah, yes, my battle cry alone was enough to end battles before they started. I drew the attention of the law enforcement. They thought a monster had broken into the city. I think that's when I became your apprentice, and we'd always go on adventures together through the city. Yes, and look how much you've grown. I'm glad I put you on the path to greatness. I really miss those days. Me too. After all this is over, let's go on another adventure. You should come with us, Celeste. Yeah, I'm always up for an adventure. What did you see? Let's get to work. You said that you saw someone cast a spell that pushed Justin into the vats. Can you tell me exactly what you saw? I need every detail you can remember. It was kind of hard to see. I was on the ground level and he was up on the catwalk. I think I saw him yelling at someone from up there. Why were you there in the first place? That's when I saw a flash of light. There was a short burst of magical energy that ripped the guardrail apart. Justin happened to be standing right next to the top of a nearby vat. He fell right into it. I threw one of the workers what I saw and I went to try to pull him out. But I guess it was too late. Those chemicals must have been really toxic. They weren't just toxic, they were strong enough to completely melt down his body. It's actually something else. Okay, surely if... okay, I get that we're defending the guy, but surely if you have chemicals that are strong enough to melt someone's body in a matter of seconds, you would have like a lid over it or something, right? Or you would have like a metal grate over it if it needs to like cool with like oxygen or something. Surely there's a better way this could have been handled. I saw Justin drop something from his hands before he fell into the vat. After they pulled him out, I started looking for it and cast Detect Magic. That's when I found this on the ground below the walkway. I love this trap. I looked at this trap more closely. It had a buckle on it, but nothing to connect it with. The numerals VI were engraved on it. I was really confused as to what the purpose of this was. I saw a blue glow when I looked at it. It was cyan. That's the color of conjuration traces. What's conjuration again? Justin was holding this leather strap before he fell into the vat of magical chemicals. It has VI engraved at the end of it. It's covered in traces of conjuration. Conjuration is like creating elements, right? I tried to give it to the investigators, but they didn't think it was important. I guess that made sense. They were considering this an accident, not a murder. Where were you at the refinery anyway? Yeah, that's what I said. You don't work there, do you? I was delivering Justin's breakfast. Because he always skips it. It really annoys me, so I started bringing some of my pastries over every morning. What? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Also, wasn't it in the middle of the night? I guess not, because it says he died at 10:02 a.m. It was dark outside, though. I guess the sun rises very late here. So important that you ate it multiple times yesterday. I have high metabolism, okay? Anyways, isn't it kind of dangerous to let a civilian walk around a factory like that? I'm no ordinary civilian. No one there would dare to bar my visit to the refinery. Which means that you don't usually visit the refinery. Yeah, I usually just mean that just in the freight area. But he didn't show up that day, so I got worried and went looking around. The people who worked there recognized me and let me in. That's when I saw him fall into the vat. Did you recognize the spell Justin was hit with? I am a mage, but I've never seen a spell like that before. It happened instantly, so it didn't look like an explosion or anything. It kind of looked more like an expanding prism. It was probably artificery, right? It had to be. Prism. Does that match with any spells that you're familiar with? I specialize in transmutation spells, but any of those spells I know... Any of the spells I know that could create a cube wouldn't expand instantly like that. The problem is that the Inquisition didn't find any traces of magic on the walkway. It couldn't have been an evocation spell or a transmutation spell. She couldn't find him in the freight area. She went looking for him and spotted him on a catwalk within the refinery. She saw Justin go blasted with some sort of spell that took the ship with an expanding prism. The spell destroyed the guardrail of the catwalk and pushed Justin into the vat. An expanding prism. I'm trying to think about all the spells that we already know, if it could be one of them. This could be illusion, I guess. But it wouldn't break the handrail if it was illusion. I actually wanted to ask you about that. Why wouldn't an explosive evocation spell leave traces of magic? Magical traces are only left on the object or targeting. Something like a fireball spell isn't technically targeting anything. Oh, she found the plot hole in the setting. That's correct, but every evocation spell produces some kind of residue. In a case of fireball, its magical traces would be left on whatever it had burned or melted. Oh, okay. If someone used an evocation spell powerful enough to rip the guardrail apart, they would have found traces of evocation there. Wow, I never knew how technical these things were. We're lucky they are, otherwise I'd have a lot less evidence to work with. If what you're saying is true, was I wrong about what I saw? I wouldn't say that. I've been doing this long enough to know that there's always an explanation for oddities like this. What do you mean you've been doing this long enough? This is your third case ever. What do you mean you've been doing this long enough to know? What are you talking about? If what Rika saw was accurate, what kind of spell was Justin hit with? It was strong enough to rip the guardrail apart, but it didn't leave any traces. Either way, I learned everything I could from her. It was time to move somewhere else. Oh wait, we didn't show you this, did we? A gem with strange carvings. Is it cursed? It's an attorney's runestone. It proves that I'm a certified attorney. It's fitted with artificery. I can use it to take pictures of evidence in crime scenes. Really? Do you know where I can get one of those? You have to be an attorney to have one. Tyrion, people use runestones for things other than practicing law. Yeah, we know. Are we going to see the union leader here? It had been a long time since I'd been to the Ornax harbor. Sorry. The ocean breeze and the smell of seawater were unmistakable. The city had clearly changed a lot over the years, but at least one thing had stayed the same. I remember when I'd sit by the docks, bored out of my mind, while my mother read people's fortunes on the boardwalk. Your mother was a fortune teller? That's divination, right? Is the school of magic? I hated it. I never had anything to do or anyone to play with. I would give anything to get those days back. Are you okay? Yeah, we should get going. Are you sure? We can stay here a bit longer if you want. It sounded tempting, but I knew it wouldn't be long before I started remembering. Oh, sorry, my phone. It would be long before I started remembering everything else that had happened. I want to know. Sometimes it's good to take a rest and... Celeste, I'm fine. The tone of my voice turned a lot sharper than I meant for it to. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I heard from Marika, but I still can't believe it. It really is you, isn't it? Mr. Morrison? You don't look how I expected you to look. Age 64, the harbour master of Ornax. He was friends with my mother before she was killed. Okay, your mother was killed, interesting. He would always watch over me whenever my mother was busy with her job as a merchant. He taught me how to fish. It's good to see you, boy. Look how much you've grown. Hi. I drew in a sharp breath. The guilt over how I'd left the city was clawing at me. I'm sorry I never kept in touch. I'm just glad that you're safe. Some of the lads were sure you died in the woods. Okay, but didn't you see his name in the papers? Color was surprised when we saw you in the newspaper. Oh yeah, there you go. When we saw you in the newspaper taking on some noble in the countryside. Actually, since I have you here, I'm investigating the death of Justin Way. Oh, you heard about that. It's a terrible thing that happened to him. Can I ask you some questions about the Dracagon Trading Company? Of course. Okay, before that though, what do you think about this? What's this? Some kind of amulet? It's an attorney's runestone. It proves that I'm a certified attorney. I really can't believe you're some big shot attorney now. I mean, look at you. I never imagined I'd ever see you wearing a suit. I would be very proud of you, my boy. I hope so. Okay, you're definitely the most suspicious person in the case so far, by the way. If I had to guess who the killer is right now, it's definitely you're at the top of the list. If there even is a killer and it wasn't like an accident. I'm glad you're safe. We assumed the worst after we heard you wandered off into the woods. I read about Ruby tomorrow in the paper. I thought I could walk to Rat Home to talk to her. What? No one could make that trip on foot, much less a small boy. Yeah, a passing merchant picked me up. I got really lucky. I'm just glad you didn't get mauled by a wild animal. Came pretty close a few times, but the Eye of Horus really helped me in that regard. So, who's this? Is she your lady friend? No, she's my bodyguard. Bodyguard? I know my looks imply a far more delicate occupation. It makes more sense when you've seen what she can do to a pile of logs. Those nights were taking forever. How do you make it into the Inquisition and not know how to chop firewood? Celeste, you ripped those logs apart with your bare hands. It was terrifying. Okay, I'm so confused. Because the last time we saw, the only spell she had in her compendium was the spell to make the blade sharper, right? How is she ripping apart logs with her bare hands? Did she learn like new spells to do that? Or can she just do that on her own? Sometimes it's good to remind everyone what I'm able to do. It keeps you all in line. What can you tell us about this, Morrison? Sorry, I don't know much about those sorts of things. Better ask someone else. Have you met the Duke of Commerce? Only because of how many of his shipments are being robbed. I don't know what he expects me to do. It's his armed guards are being slipped past. I know the misbehaving Phantom is good at what they do, but how are they slipping past that much security? I have no idea. The streets are definitely a lot less safe with them up there. Have you had a chance to go to Mossorica's cafe? Yeah, actually, that's how we ran into her. She's always making pastries, that girl. I'm glad she's able to live off of it now. Does she still make you those pastries from when we were kids? The one she made shaped like a fish? She still brings those to me every week. That's nice. Actually, I don't know if he's going to be the killer. I don't know if they would make the killer like an old man who seems nice 2 times in a row, you know? Because this was also kind of the archetype for the last case's killer. So I don't know if they would use that again for the killer in this case. So actually, maybe you're probably not the killer. Doesn't care. Oh. There's no steel wind. I'm glad to see you're doing okay, Mr. Morrison. Things have really turned around since you were last here. It's a little difficult to take in sometimes. So much has changed. I know it's a little tough to trust sometimes, but change can be good. It's all really new, but I feel like the city is in good hands. That's good to hear. You're okay, aren't you? Things weren't exactly, I was really trying to choose his next words carefully. I'm okay. Apparently, everyone's seen as much in the papers lately. Right, I guess you're the defense attorney who saves mages. Is he doing this because of what happened to his mum? What? I know all that happened a long time ago, but it's okay if you're still not okay, okay? That's a lot of okays. It sounded like he was clumsily stumbling around his words. We're probably all settled down in the capital, but I hear there are some support groups at that. I'm okay, thank you, Mr. Morrison. What happened? His mom died. Did she get falsely blamed for a murder, or? Right, of course. No, he said she was murdered. Was his mom murdered and his dad was arrested as being the killer? Yeah, have any idea who this mist-weaving phantom might be? No idea. There's so many rumors about them, and people have all kinds of theories. I think there's even a rumor that it's me. Can you imagine? Could be. Well, you are the harbor master. Oh, not you too. Oh, that's a lot of things to investigate. It's a modest ship. It's probably used by local business to transport goods by the sea. I can't help but feel nostalgic seeing these ships. I used to travel by sea all the time when I was traveling the world. It's probably my favorite part. It does sound pretty nice. You're like 19 years old. What do you mean when you traveled the world? I'd like to try riding one day. Are you sure? You get motion sick pretty easily. Something on the ship might kill you. You had a point there. Okay, the investigation thing is kind of glitched. Like at the top, like these things are not going away. A row of houses line the edge of the harbor. When I was a kid, I always dreamed of saving up enough gold to buy my own house on the harbor front. Well, you have a job as an attorney now. You can always move back here. Now, if possible, I never want to return to the city again. Okay, bro. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, there's like 20 things to investigate, but all of them are like the same. Okay. Okay, this is the same conversation. Workers' unions. I heard that you're leading one of the workers' union in Ornax. So you heard about that. I didn't trust it at first, but Draken's idea really took off. Finally having a say in things has been great for the workers in the city. Wait, the workers' unions were Stefanik Draken's idea? Yeah, I was just as confused as you are. I had no idea what he was trying to do, but I wasn't going to look at that gift horse in the mouth. That must be bittersweet considering how hostile things have gotten between you two. What? I heard about it from the prosecutor. I know about the tension between the unions and Draken. This again, the Knight said something like that too, but things have never been better between Stefanik and us. That prosecutor said that they received several reports of hostility between you two. Well, this is the first time I'm hearing of this. He seemed sincerely confused. What was going on? Who sent these reports anyway? Surely not any of the union members. Not sure, but from what she said, these reports came from numerous sources. The prosecutor is a still one, ain't she? Are you sure you can really trust what she says? She's not the type of person who'd lie about something like this. If you say so. Were all those reports wrong, or was Mr. Morrison lying? Okay. Interesting. The more I hear about that story, the less it makes sense. I talked to the man who inspected that guardrail. He said it was only dented. It should have never broken like they keep saying it. So is Rika right then? Did someone break that guardrail apart using magic? But if that were true, why weren't there any magical traces there? I heard there's been a string of robberies happening throughout town. They said the Draken's office was hit before the accident at the refinery. The Phantom even hit the refinery? It's been a real headache, that one. Okay, so in the same day as that guy died, the Phantom also stole from a ship here and stole from the refinery? Or was that not today? Was that another day? The Inquisition seems to suspect that one of the members of the Union is this mist-weaving Phantom. What? That's a load of bollocks. I mean, since when I heard about the tensions between Draken and the Unions, but if that's not true, it can't have been someone from the Unions. Our offices have been hit the most. Wait, what could the thief possibly steal from a Union office? That's the strangest thing. The Phantom broke in, but all they took were some documents. We were aware of the Duke and the other nobles, so we had some advanced security systems installed at each of our offices. But it didn't matter, the thief just slipped right past them. What kind of documents did it take? Things with a list of our members, our budgets, and minutes of our meetings with employees in the city. Well, it definitely can't be for anything good. But it implies that the Phantom is stealing more than just valuables. What are they trying to accomplish? I don't know. I need more information. What was going on? The more I learned about the mist-weaving Phantom, the more their motives became unclear. Does the mist-weaving Phantom even exist? Mr. Morrison, someone told us that several ships were robbed in port. Do you know which ones? Give me a second. I've been making some notes in the shipping reports here. Okay, excuse me? Items that were robbed are marked in red. From Neostralis to Remus Virgile, 100 kilograms of foreign books. 100 kilograms? That's a lot, isn't it? From Etergard to Von... Wait, how much is 100 kilograms? Sorry, I'm Canadian, but I still don't know kilograms. That's 220 pounds of books. Okay. Von Sanctus Industries. Item unknown. Okay, is this the dangerous item that Steelwind talked about? From Rosa Castor to Von Sanctus Industries. 200 tons of arcane constructs. Item, 30 tons of bronze. Okay, no. So the 100 kilograms of foreign books isn't in red, so it wasn't stolen. And same thing here. But still, 30 tons of bronze were stolen? What the fuck? From Ixia to Prim Textiles, 5 tons of fine linens and silk. From Ixia to Von Sanctus Industries. 50 kilograms of exotic jewels. 10 tons of barreled wine. Interesting. Wow, they even hid Von Sanctus? It's not on the report, but they even hid my house. Who is this guy? It's difficult to see what the stolen item have in common. I mean, yeah. He stole documents from the Union, and he's stealing like metals or from the ships. Do you think they chose targets to intentionally mislead anyone trying to figure that out? Honestly, that's very likely. Whoever they are, they might be after more than just gold. Why are there items from the Aetherguard shipment marked as unknown? Oh, that. I think the ship was owned by a pretty high-profile noble. He said his name was Aster. You met him? Yeah, pretty nice bloke, that one. Nothing like old Lloyd. All of his retainers were causing a fuss when they realized that their ship had been robbed. It sounded like something really valuable was stolen from it. Do you think that's the Imperial ship that Arya mentioned? Maybe. They seem to be really secretive about what was stolen. It also looks like the Duke was supposed to receive whatever was in that ship. He might be able to tell us more about what was stolen. Do you seriously think he'll talk to us? I kind of intentionally set him off the last time we saw him. Oh, you're right. We might have more luck trying to find this Aster. He didn't seem to pay any mind to what happened. He even paid me to show him around town. We're actually at the refinery when the accident happened. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's very curious. What? Why didn't you start with that, Mr. Morrison? Oh, you never asked. Well, did you see the accident? No, my knee was acting up, so I was taking a sit-down in the yard outside. But I think he saw something. He gave a statement to those knights when they showed up. Still never mentioned that. Like, is she hiding another witness from us? That girl seemed really jumpy around him, too. She could barely hold a conversation with him. Oh, wow, I've never seen her like that before. Whoever this Aster was, it's not like I need to have a talk with him. Wait, is this her husband? Or the person she's, like, getting married with? I don't know, I'm forgetting details. I thought she was getting engaged to the Crown Prince. Is Aster the Crown Prince? Surely if he was, then Mr. Morrison would know who he was. Like, he would have said the Crown Prince. He wouldn't have said a noble named Aster. I think I actually learned a lot more than I thought I would. It was time to move somewhere else. Let's stop here for now. Yeah, it seems like a very, very different setup for this case than really any case in the Ace Attorney games. We've got a case of negligent homicide. I don't really have much of an idea right now from the evidence. My only guesses right now are that you're the mist-weaving phantom or whatever. It would probably be you. And the killer right now is either someone we haven't met yet or it's you. Yeah, I don't think it's you. I don't think you killed yourself or something. It's either you or someone we haven't met yet. I can't imagine the killer being you. That would be very surprising to me. No, I don't think so. Could be, but no. It doesn't fit right in my head. Who is Remus Vergele, and why was he ordering 100 kilograms of foreign books? Because all the other... I feel like all the other shipments make sense. The only thing that I'm kind of raising an eyebrow at is why is Von Sanctus ordering 300 tons of arcane constructs? But they could just be selling them back, because it's an industry. But why is it like this specific person ordering 100 kilograms of foreign books? That's a lot of books. That's like literally a truckload of books. VI. Is VI supposed to be Virgile? Virgile? Is it like cut off? Because obviously you see this, you think it says like it's the Roman numeral for 6. But maybe it just says Virgile and it was cut off. Maybe like as he was falling down, he like put his hand forward and like grabbed something from the culprit, and this is what he held, and he like dropped it before falling in the vat of acid to like tell us who the culprit was, and it's this Remus Virgile. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm stopping here for now. Interesting case so far. Yeah, see you next time.